what is this garb?
Men's clothes are becoming kind of mod, I suppose you might say. They're becoming more colorful and more flamboyant, and the male peacock is beginning to show his true plumage.
What's this necklace arrangement that you have on here,
Okay.
this costume? What is that?
It's called a bib. Takes the place of
It's
a
not
tie.
the kind of bibs I remember.
Yeah.
What is it made? Is that gold?
It's 18 karat gold and
Heaven
Russian lapis lazuli.
That's a beautiful thing.
You must realize that I once was poor myself. I worked to get where I am today, and I've worked hard to spend $100,000 a year on my clothes, and I've worked hard to earn $3 million a year. I deserve what I get because I work for it. I was born and raised during Depression years when we were on county relief, and we all went out and we hustled, we worked. I worked in a restaurant, I washed dishes. My mother worked in a cookie factory, my father worked in a factory. So anyone that dares begrudge what I have today just better get off their duff and do something about it, to do something for themselves as well as their country. I feel that I have a perfect right to spend my money the way I damn please. I don't profess to be a healer, a minister, a priest. I feel as an entertainer I can do more good for the world than I would if I were a soapbox orator or a self-made politician. I was some years ago privileged to have an audience with Pope Pius XII and later with Cardinal Cushing. And both of these men likened my work dealing with the public in all parts of the world to the work that they were trying to do from the pulpit. So I feel that if entertainment is that important to media, then it's my duty not only to mankind but to God to fulfill the promise that I carry on this work. If someone, for instance, can forget their pains and their ills and their strife by watching any performer, then I think this work is worthwhile, yes.
And you found a niche that you are perfectly comfortable in.
I've found my bag, yes. If I were president.
Here we go. In the first place, you'd have campaign buttons with candelabras on them.
No, I
you
would
wouldn't.
spend the money that is spent on wars every 20 years and spend it on giving people work. Let them build roads, bridges, buildings, schools.
In a way, though, you're being contradictory, aren't you? Because a few moments ago you were suggesting that the people get up off their duffs and do these things themselves and put it up with their bootstraps.
People who sit back and wait for somebody to take care of them are the people that I'm speaking of. These are the people that, if shown a way, can be useful to our society.
Well, Mr. President, what about those who are shown and don't pay any attention?
Well, then I guess they're just basic criminal people that don't belong in our society. People in show business who are interested in politics, like Ronald Reagan, fare so well because they do know the magic of dealing with the public. This is something that can't be taught in a book. If they can produce after they've won over a public, if you can live up to your ballyhoo, you gotta make.
You know, as you talk about politics, I wonder, have you really ever given it any thought? Huh?
No,
Seriously.
I
now.
seriously...
Representative or sheriff or something?
I don't
huh?
think I would be a good politician. I kid about it. When I get a standing ovation, sometimes I'll say I may run for governor, but it's strictly a joke.